going on? We back with some breaking news. The WBC has ordered Adonis Stevenson to face Oleksandr Gvozdyk. Hopefully I'm saying his name right. Adonis Stevenson hasn't faced a mandatory in 4.5 years. I'll put the link in the description so you know this trill. We back. It's the Boxing Clinic and more. Y'all know we working. You know we grinding. Y'all know we going to go live a little bit later. Maybe multiple times today. But Adonis Stevenson has finally been ordered to face his mandatory Oleksandr Gvozdyk. Hopefully I'm saying the guy's name right. The nail. And yeah, it's been 4.5 years. You know, Eddie Alvarez, you know, he just gave up, and they share the same promoter. And Eddie Alvarez been Stevenson's mandatory for about a year or two. And Yvonne Michaels has failed to make that fight. Eddie Alvarez is facing Sergey Kovalev sometime in August at the Hard Rock Cafe Casino and Hotel in Atlantic City. And now, you know, Stevenson, they was thinking about a Badu Jack rematch, and that ain't gonna happen. He been ordered to face Oleksandr Gvozdyk, and a purse bid is scheduled for July 2nd if they can't come to a deal. But the BS is this, though. The BS is, this is the WBC. I understand Stevenson hasn't faced a mandatory in 4.5 years, and I won't argue that. But when it came down to Regis Prograis, and he wanted to fight Jose Ramirez, Top Rank and them didn't force the issue and go by the book of the law. You know what I'm saying? They fought tooth and nail with Regis Prograis, and it was supposed to be an unofficial tournament. Because when Prograis was supposed to fight Victor Postal, he pulled out. So that should have been a sign that Top Rank didn't want no smoke with Regis Prograis. So when Amir Khan and Jose Ramirez, it became for the full championship. That wasn't the plan. It was two title eliminators. The winner's supposed to meet up, and then the winner get the championship. The WBC was influenced by Top Rank probably paying them, and now Bob Arum was crying that this guy Oleksandr Gvozdyk, he wanted to get his shot, but they didn't. They maneuvered and wiggled their way out the letter of the law with WBC and didn't want to give Regis Prograis his shot at Jose Ramirez. But now Top Rank want to go by the book. That's why I don't like the WBC, man. The WBC is too wishy-washy, man. And them and the WBO and them and the WBO can get the hell up out the sport, dog. You know, for real, because they want to enforce the rule now when it's convenient for Top Rank, but didn't want to enforce the rule for Regis Prograis to face Jose Ramirez. You know what I'm saying? And ultimately, Regis Prograis got tired of fighting and just copped out to a deal. He took a main event TV deal with ESPN and Top Rank. They gave him his own fight date in New Orleans, back at his home. And now Jose Ramirez get to fight a guy that wasn't even ranked until they paid for Danny O'Connor to get ranked. See what I'm saying? This is the BS in boxing, though. But Top Rank wanted to force this mandatory versus a guy who ain't even that good at Oleksandr Gvozdyk. Dude ain't that hot. You know, he struggled versus a guy named Craig Baker. Then he struggled again versus another guy last time out. Dude ain't that hot. Top Rank is trying to shove this Euro shit down motherfuckers' throats. You know what I'm saying? You know, they think because those guys are white that the white casual fans are going to gravitate towards them and they can get the white fan base to get behind them because that's the majority of the fan base in America. It ain't working. It ain't working. If that was the case, Lomachenko would be a superstar. He couldn't even walk through the streets of America. He could walk through my hood, motherfucker wouldn't know who he was. He can go to the suburbs up the street, people wouldn't know who he was. And Bob Arum just trying to really force that Ukrainian or that Eastern European push, and it ain't working. Nobody buying that. Nobody buying that and trying to really go see them fight and really gonna pay a whole bunch of tickets and pay a flight to see them fight. Nobody doing that. They ain't selling out shit. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, it should be a good fight. Stevenson look a little bit off. Look a little bit older. And, you know, Oleksandr Gvozdyk, he about 6'3", so he got a few inches on Stevenson. You know, he gonna be an issue with him. You know, but his last two performances, he looked piss poor. But maybe stepping up in competition, you know, he might look good. You know, so it's going to purse bid and Top Rank. I don't know if they're going to put enough money behind Oleksandr Gvozdyk. But if it goes to, I think if it goes to purse bid or they get past purse bid or something, you know, Stevenson got like a 65% split or something like that to Oleksandr's 35%. But it got a potential to be a good fight. My only gripe about it is, oh boy, ain't even that good. I don't even know how he got number one, Oleksandr Gvozdyk. He ain't been fucking whooping no ass. He ain't whooped no notable names. Ain't no notable names on that resume. How does he get elevated to a mandatory? He ain't fought a Jack, even though Jack wasn't mandatory. He ain't fought a Alvarez. You know what I'm saying? He ain't fought a Marcus Brown, even though Marcus Brown wiggled away from him, didn't want to fight him in another sanctioned belt body. But he ain't fought nobody of substance in his rankings, in the WBC rankings. All guys that you probably never heard of. So how does that get him a shot? But at the end of the day, I'm happy Stevenson facing this mandatory. You know, Oleksandr Gvozdyk beat Stevenson. I'm all for it, man. I'm all for it. But my gripe is Top Rank pushing the WBC to enforce the law. But then when it came to Regis Prograis and Jose Ramirez, they didn't want them to enforce the law. They wiggled their way out of that. That's that BS, man. The WBC got to die, man. Seriously. The WBC got to be dead, man. Them and the WBO shouldn't even be in a major belt. 2006 is when it became a mandatory or required to have be undisputed champion. It got to go, man. Both of them belts, man, is trash. The WBC don't have no real hard laws or no hard rules. It's all influenced by money. And that's how Stevenson wiggled his way out of 4.5 years of a mandatory. Seriously, man, this got to change, man. All these belts, man, get rid of these trash belts, man, and just take the top two. WBA and the IBF I rolled. And I know the IBF rankings ain't all that hot, but at least they stick by the letter of their law, and then they are flexible when it's time to need to be flexible about making undisputed and unification bouts. You know, but the WBC they crooked, man. We be crooks. You know, like James Toney say, we be crooks, but you know it is what it is. I think it's a good fight. It'll be funny to see. It'll be interesting to see what network it falls on. But it's the Boxing Clinic and more. Don't forget, we got Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter links in the description. You want to donate, got the PayPal link. Definitely appreciate everybody that donate. If you can't donate, share the video, subscribe and share. That's as good as a donation. TBC and more.